This week on GamePron News, troubled MMO APB closes their doors for good, while StarCraft II opens theirs, allowing gamers from Down Under to play on North American servers. The world got to see 10 minutes of footage from BioShock Infinite. It's revealed that thanks to a high level of game piracy, Super Street Fighter IV Arcade Edition will not be coming to PC, and underdog Steve Wiebe is again crowned the King of Coal. Hi, I'm Jessica Citizen. All Points Bulletin, or APB, was an MMO full of promise, awesome ideas and some unfortunate business decisions, but all of that's been resigned to history as the doors close on Sanparo for good after just 80 days of operation. Scottish-based publisher Real Time Worlds went into administration mid-last month, possibly due to APB's dismal commercial performance, and while a buyer was quickly found for their unreleased title Project My World, it seems nobody wanted to pick up the crime-based shooter MMO as a live operation. Might not all be bad news, however. A number of new development studios have been touted around the Dundee area, and 2 new art companies have already been set up by the guy who headed APB's character customization, a feature heralded by many as a highlight of the game. As always, as one door closes, a window will open. Stranded APB gamers were quickly consoled by the developers of rival MMO Global Agenda. They wasted no time in pointing out that, their game is kinda similar, and if you move fast, there's a 30% discount off the purchase price. In other news, Blizzard made good their promise to open North American StarCraft II servers to gamers in the Southeast Asia, Australia, New Zealand region with the launch of patch 1.1.0 for StarCraft II Wings of Liberty. Gamers down under can now choose on a game-by-game basis which servers they would like to play on, with rankings, friends lists and all account-specific data tracked separately for each region's BattleNet servers. The decision was originally made to region-lock copies of the game based on location, lumping Australia and New Zealand together with Indonesia, the Philippines, Malaysia, Singapore and Thailand, even if it wasn't the dreaded Korea. However, the powers that be soon realised that gamers in that region, particularly English-speaking ones, have formed alliances and enemies in other locations, and Blizzard announced they would enable anyone with a Southeast Asia, Australia, New Zealand copy of Wings of Liberty to play in either their local region or on the North American server. The patch landed on Thursday, 58 days after the game hit shelves. Still with Blizzard, things are changing a bit in Azeroth as the next World of Warcraft expansion, Cataclysm, looms large. Patch 4.0.1 has hit the public test realm and its data is being preloaded onto computers around the world. We won't have to wait long before we hear something either. BlizzCon, the celebration of all things Blizzard, is held in Anaheim in just 3 short weeks. Of course, we'll be there representing GamePron, all set to capture the excitement as it happens. Irrational Games stunned the world as they released nearly 10 minutes of gameplay from the eagerly anticipated BioShock Infinite. The footage had previously been shown only to journalists behind closed doors, but the wraps were taken off this week and everybody's minds were collectively blown. Everybody's stomachs were collectively turned too. If you suffer from vertigo or motion sickness, you should probably stay away from this one, or maybe just play with a soothing cup of peppermint tea at hand. The game is being built on an all-new engine with none of the assets from previous BioShock games remaining because, unlike previous games in the series, BioShock Infinite is not set under the sea. This time around, you are former Pinkerton agent Booker DeWitt in his quest to save the lovely Elizabeth from the doomed floating city of Columbia.
This one's smooth and clean.
Fancy a drink, friend?
Toast!
Yes,
A toast!
A toast to you!
A toast to war!
To us all! Here, here!
We're closed! Get out!
Super Street Fighter IV Arcade Edition will not be coming to PC, and the game's developers have a simple reason for this rampant video game piracy. Series producer Yoshinori Ono acknowledges that the distribution of these unsolicited games has led to more people playing the title, but it also means there are parts of the world who consider Street Fighter to be a right, not a privilege. So, until Capcom can find a suitably powerful copy protection system, they've already ruled out Steam, you'll have to pick this one up on console. It's been a week of birthdays too. First, Mario turned 25 and made us all feel old, but now Nintendo's turned 121, which made us all a bit younger by comparison. When he was asked what he thought was the biggest problem games suffer from today, Mafia 2 producer Denby Gray summed it all up neatly: an obsession with gay space marines. Understandably, and particularly as this was said in the same week that Halo Reach was launched, people took offence, and Denby has now apologised in a statement which also included the word bromance. Also offended this week, Epic, Ninja Theory, Level 5, Insomniac, Sucker Punch, Terminal Reality, Valve, and pretty much every other independent games developer in the world, as Activision's Bobby Kotick explained that Bungie are in fact the last remaining high-quality independent developer and that they're a real company. Unlike Grace, Kotick seems to have stood by his word. Did we really expect anything else? And finally, after countless attempts, Steve Wiebe is again the holder of the world record for Donkey Kong with a score of 1,064,500 points. Steve, best known as the underdog in cult documentary The King of Kong, is a school teacher by day, so all of his summer vacation this year was spent trying to save the princess from the giant ape. He actually focused so hard on this goal that he contracted a virus which affected his vision and balance and stopped him from playing. Once he had recovered, it was straight back onto the machine for a few more rounds until finally, on the last day before he returned back to school, believe it or not, he managed to score the magic numbers. Steve's attempt successfully beat the record held by his nemesis, hot sauce salesman Billy Mitchell, as the crown changed hands for the third time in just 6 months. Until next time, I'm Jessica Citizen and this is GamePron News.